Hey, how's it going everyone? This is PD Product, and Rafa Benitez has so far listed these players on the transfer market, and I will get my opinion and view of what I think about these players that have been put on the transfer market so far. The players that have been put on the transfer market is CM De Jong, Jack Colback, Grant Hanley, Daryl Murphy, Henri Saivet, Macedo Haidara, Achraf Lazar, and Emmanuel Riviere. That is who has been put on the transfer so far by Rafa Benitez. And here I'm going to go back through the players' names again and what on my opinion about these players that have been put on the transfer market. But I'm not going to do in the order I just did just there, or the way I said them there. So I'm just going to rattle one off so far. I'm going to start with Achraf Lazar. Now, I wanted to see a bit more of him last season while we were in the Championship, in my opinion, because a lot of people thought he was actually a decent player, I thought. And he didn't play a lot last season. So I'm maybe a little disappointed he's gone on the transfer market, because I've loved to have seen a bit more of him. But Rafa thinks Dummett is probably still the better option. Or unless we get in a left back and then Dummett becomes a bit more of a squad player, but we shall see about that. So kind of disappointed, as I want to see a bit more of Lazar. Grant Hanley, right, I'm not surprised on this one actually, because I think Championship is probably his level so far. I thought he could have been more a decent defender. He has done okay in a few games, but he didn't get much of a time. That was due to, I mean, centre-backs being Lascelles and Clark. So I think it's a no surprise that he's been put up there. So I think another Championship club will snap him, will capture him. We shall see about that. The next one I will touch on is Henri Saivet. Now, the thing, I don't know why we got him in the first place, because, I don't know, we had to send him out on loan. And apparently he had a poor season at St. Etienne. I didn't know he had a poor season. I had to get told by a friend that. So maybe that is a good idea to put him up for sale, because I don't know. We got him when we're in the Premier League. That was one of McLaren's buys in the January transfer market. So yeah, I would think, yeah, I think it's a good option to get rid of him. So if he does go. Massimo Haidara. Now, this, I thought Haidara was played a lot of decent games for, but I think he's been a bit injury prone at the minute, so it looks like Rafa wants to move him on. I thought Haidara was a decent defender, so maybe a little disappointed he's on the transfer market. I think it's just injuries have hit him a lot so far. So is Rafa looking to get someone who is probably less injury prone than what he is? We shall see about that one. Daryl Murphy, right. A lot of people said he did better than Mitrovic in the Championship by scoring a few goals. Maybe, yeah, but the thing, Rafa must think that Mitrovic is more suited for the Premier League than Daryl Murphy. Because the thing, Daryl Murphy is at Championship level, so, because Mitrovic did well on his first Premier League season, struggled in the Championship. But a lot of people think Murphy, well, so like Murphy could go to another Championship club and then retire after that. He is getting a bit on. I would like to see him go to Middlesbrough, actually. Then he has played, then he would have played for all North three clubs, because he did play for Sunderland. But I don't know how he did in the Premier League when he was playing for them at the time. So yeah, maybe Championship is his level. And I'm actually going to say this, I am not surprised he's been put on the transfer market if Rafa thinks Championship is his best level. So will Rafa go in the hunt for a striker who will guarantee us to get a lot of goals to keep us in the Premier League? Or is Gale going to be the answer? Or is Mitrovic going to get more of a chance in the Premier League if he did play well in his first Premier League season? Who next? Emmanuel Riviere. I am very not surprised that he's been put on the transfer market. He couldn't even score fucking goals for. He came in to replace Shola Amiobi after the 2013-14 2014 season. We bought him in the 2014-15 season. This was one of Pardew's signings, but unfortunately he just can't find the back of the net at all. And he had 2 games under McLaren. He came on as a sub against Stoke, and he started him against Bournemouth, and that was him out, and that was McLaren out the door. So, and then he was put on loan to Osasuna, however you pronounce them, and apparently they got relegated, and apparently he didn't play a lot of games for them. So I'm not surprised to see him being put up for sale. Get rid as soon as possible, because there's no way he's going to get a game for us now this season, for us in the Premier League for next season. So yeah, he's definitely going to be away. CM De Jong, now we sent him on loan when we win the championship. I thought he would have been sold last summer, but maybe thought he could come back. But the thing, because he's been a bit injury prone for us, that Rafa could be in the hunt for a new number 10 role, or can Perez and Diarmi deliver in the Premier League? Well, she'll see. But the thing, maybe Rafa's decided to put him on because of injury, but we shall see about that. But I think we might get a canny bit for him if he goes. So we shall see about this. And the last one I'm going to touch on is Jack Colback. Am I surprised to see him go on the transfer market? No. The bloke has been a liability a lot of the time. He runs backwards with the ball, and he puts in stupid tackles that he doesn't need to do and gets yellow carded for it. And we managed to drop points on games as well. I can remember one against Blackburn this season. Played so well, he does that, and then they score, and then that's us cost. So yeah, even though he's a Geordie lad, but you've got to be good enough to play for this club, and certainly has not been the case for a lot of the time. So hopefully some club, will he go back down to the Championship, or some new club might come in from, or another Premier League club could come in for Jack Colback, but we shall see about that. So a lot of people thinking that Rafa was going to keep him, but I had a feeling he was going to put him on the transfer list, and he did. So I'm actually very not surprised that he's done that so far. And also another thing that's been going around on the likes of Facebook and Twitter: should Newcastle retire the number 24 shirt because of Czech Tiotis passing away? I was saying yes at the first, but now, after hearing some other things, I'm now in 2 minds. So I'm really stumped on this now. Yes, because it'd be great memories. No, because we didn't retire the number 1 shirt when Pavel Srnicek passed away, and we didn't retire the number 11 shirt when Gary Speed passed away. So I am in 2 minds of it now, so I don't know what I think now, but we shall see what will happen. So what do you think? Get your comments in about, should we retire the 24 shirt, and what do you think about Rafa putting these players on the transfer market for coming up the next season? Let us know what you think. Has he done the right thing putting them on? Is it time for them to move forward? At least some of them for me. But we shall see who else will be sold and who we can bring in to improve our squad. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I thought I'd do it just to get your opinion on what you think, and what you think Rafa's done about putting these players on the transfer market, and should Newcastle retire the 24 shirt? We shall see. Subscribe, I'd sure appreciate it. Give us a like, give us a comment. As I said, let's hear your views, and I will see you all later. Take care of yourselves.